over here, this guy, is the wood that we're going to use for your kitchen cooktop. I think it's got a good, nice little thickness to it that I can work with. And it seems to be some good quality wood. So don't ask me what type it is. I'm not really too sure on this one. It's older. Maybe once we get it cleaned up, I can get it identified and sanded down a little bit. But it came from this original garage. So those were the original shelves on this wall over here. So you are the proud owner of a new cooktop that includes the wood that came from this garage here in La Brea. So let's get started. Cool. All right, so Jen's stove, 34 centimeters wide, 49 centimeters long. Fit inside these dimensions, so that's going to be the inside dimension. Plug for the stove, I keep forgetting to buy that, but we'll get to that. And clearance height of 4 centimeters for the knobs, since it's going to be sitting over top of the old kitchen stovetop. So, place for cable in the back, a little hole. Perfect, let's get to it. We'll cut a piece down at probably whatever our dimension of the wood is, plus 49. Here's your stovetop. This is the old little setup that they had going around it. It was just a piece of wood to kind of hold it above the countertop where they had a hole. Obviously this is not going to work for us in this case. They're not allowed to cut into the sink area or the countertop area. So we are going to build a box that brings this guy up off the ground here for her. And then we'll be good to go. I highly doubt that my sister-in-law is going to be cooking from the ground. I meant to say countertop, but mistakes were made, and there's going to be a lot more mistakes along the process, and that I can guarantee you guys. So all we can do is learn to overcome those mistakes and make the best of it. All right, the Shapach dust extraction unit. So in order to run the planer, we need to have a dust extraction system working on it. So wasn't planning on opening this until it was going to go into my cabinets, but Jen, we are going to open it and get it working so that we can get this wood cut for you and get this thing built. So yeah, I wasn't really planning on taking any of my tools out of their boxes until I had a place to put them. So I needed to still build the cabinets to house the chip extractor, the compressor, my miter saw, all of those things. But honestly, I was excited to get them opened and try them out. You know, that's always the best part, is getting some new tools in the shop. So I got the planer out and we had to clean up these boards and get them ready for what was going to be the new cooktop for my sister-in-law. So I went ahead and planed down 3 of the sides on these boards and got them squared up. That way, when it came down to cutting them for size and gluing them together, that everything would go together smoothly. So once I got them planed up on the top, I was able to change over this system. So I put the dust collector system on top, and then this guy actually becomes a thickness planer as well at that point. So instead of running the boards on top of the machine, I adjust the height and then I run the boards through the machine, and it's going to plane that one side for me and give me the desired thickness that I want, as well as squaring these boards up to each other. So this machine is really cool. I'm glad I got it because I'm probably going to use it in my next video as well, where I'm going to be building a really cool chicken coop out of all of those pallets in the background. So I'm excited for that one, and I am currently drawing up plans. It's time to open the new Bosch professional heavy-duty miter saw. I've owned about 3 or 4 different miter saws now up to this point, and this one is by far my favorite miter saw. Here she is in all her glory. Hello, my new baby. I'm gonna take such good care of you. that might be a little bit creepy for some people, but yeah, it's a new tool, and it's my favorite tool right now. It's going to open up so many different possibilities. The miter saw is just such a versatile tool to have in the workshop, and it's definitely one of those tools that I think you should buy first for having a workshop. Now, you don't have to go as crazy and get the Bosch. The other ones that I had before worked just as well, but I was doing more construction grade cutting, so I wasn't really worried about precision. So this time I went with the Bosch, and I think it was well worth it. All right, so I definitely need more clamps, that's for sure, and different sizes. These are just gigantic. They're gonna be used for different types of glue ups for me and stuff like that. But for this small of a box, it would be nice to just have some like standard 24-inch kind of hand clamps and things like that to glue up these smaller boxes. These things are just way too big and bulky to kind of get this thing clamped where I need it to be. So I've been messing with it for the last I'd say 10 minutes now as this glue's starting to set, and that's about as much as I'm gonna be able to mess with it before I start to just really mess it up. I got it pretty dang close, but some of these corners are definitely out a little bit, but nothing that some sanding isn't going to take care of. Plus I'm going to route the edges and things like that. So for me, it's just more important that the bottom and everything like that is all connected at the 45s nicely. And then once this glue sets up, I'll be able to pop it out and kind of get the glue cleaned up a little bit more and begin the routing process for the stovetop to drop into. So let's fast forward 24 hours. What's up, guys? So here's that box that we went ahead and glued together. Turned out pretty well, I would say, you know, not bad. Some of the 45s were a little off because I didn't have the proper clamps, if you ask me, but I think that looks pretty damn good. I did mess up, however. I told you guys that there would be a lot more mess ups along this road. So what ended up happening was that I cut down the outside dimensions to that 49 centimeters that I needed. And it was 49 centimeters that I needed on the inside dimensions. So after a couple hours of standing there and just staring at the box, wondering what do I do? Do I restart? Do I throw this thing away? Do I save it for myself and use it for God knows what later on down the road? And then I came up with the idea of just building a top to sit on it. I'm not too fond of it because it looked so nice at the beginning before this top was on there, but it still looks good after the top is installed. So I think it worked out in the end, but I just glued this top onto the actual piece and then got it routed out, got it sanded down, and got the first coats of oil going onto it. So after the oil process was finished up, then I knew there was only one thing left to do at that point. All right, there you go, Jen. We got a little kitchen box for you. So I'm going to tell you it's ready, and we'll bring it over, make sure that everything goes smooth when it fits into the kitchen. And I want to see if I can cut down the height at all. So we'll be able to find that out once we're in your kitchen, and I can see how much room on the inside we truly have with the unit installed and the old knobs being underneath from the and the old stovetop. So once I can figure out that height a little bit more exactly, I think I have it correct, but yeah, we never know. So we'll drop it in, see if so, and if so, I can cut it lower if you do want it lower. If you want to keep it just like this, then awesome. Then we'll go with that. So cool. After that, all I had left to do was install this electrical plug onto the system and get it installed, and then brought over to her place to make sure that everything fit and works. And then I realized I made the biggest mistake of all. I forgot to record the finished product for you guys. So here is a little video that Jen sent me from her iPhone of the finished product, just so that I could show you guys what it looked like inside of her house. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for the next one. I think it's going to be the chicken coop coming up very, very soon, so stay tuned.